Well, hello everyone. I'm kind of back. Uh, Party Honey, thank you for the 84 months. It's a very long time. Thank you. Um, yeah, but like Ruckus, it was November. I feel like I've been scammed by a whole lot. Um, I am barely alive. Um, I don't know if I should still be resting, to be honest. Um, I feel funny, but I have been, hey, J Temp, thank you for the 73 months. And Gay Elephant, thank you so much for the 43 months. Um,
This is a full-blown house
there's,
deposit, so
Welcome back.
there's a
Smixel
little,
hype, Smixel hype,
there is a
Smixel
dog
hype,
yapping.
Smixel hype.
this is a full-blown house deposit, so this is a full-blown house deposit,
Sarah,
so
thank you for the 68 months.
Well, if it isn't my number 2 streamer of
It's
2025.
Pickle
this is a
Sixel,
full-blown
like
house
literally.
deposit, so
Hello, everyone. Why must the dog yap? Pixel, she just relaxed. Hello everyone. Hi Kuba, hi Queza, hi Clunt. Evan in Millions RJ. Hello. Pixel. Pixel. You could search the world and never find Tiny.
such good goo.
Thank you for the
Hi,
82
Conscious
months.
Smixel said.
Sneaky tier 3. And kicking over the hype train. That's very cool. Thank you. Hello, Professor Fappington. G-Tamp on the 25 stream streak. That's a flex. That's a flex. Considering the schedule, that's a huge flex. I am dosed up on a lot of drugs. So it doesn't feel too bad. Feeling on the mend. Yes, I have to be, right? It's been like, I've hit day 8. I've hit day 8. Day 8, I can't take anymore. I mean, honestly, I thought I had done pretty well. Like, I had dodged getting sick at all because I got vaccinated. The meds do feel like they're working. I'm on like the good Codral, I think. And I will say, I think the only reason I'm here today is because I took a solid Codral, like a sleep one last night. Hi, great. I don't know. I tried to fight it for as long as I could. Like at my mum's, I was just like, oh, I'm not really sick, whatever. You know, I think I just ate something funny. Um, like I really did try and fight it. And then I was sick at mum's, but it really was it was just stomach flu. It was really weird. And then I could tell, not that my mum was getting sick of me, but like I just felt like I was invading her space a little bit because I've been there so long. And so I managed to drive home and I got home and then I was just full blown sick. Just full blown. My body just completely gave out. And I'm just here suffering. And look, I'm going to be very real. I still don't feel great at all. Yeah. So,
This is a full-blown
Archangel,
house
thank you for
deposit.
the 53 months. Thank you for
Smixel
everyone for
loves Smixel, hey
resubbing.
Twitch Unity.
I'm very grateful. Yeah. Thank you to everyone who gifted subs while I was sick as well. And anybody who sent a donor, especially last night, that was fun. That was funny. That made my day a lot better. So you're live. It's December. I can't sing. I can't, like, with what voice? I don't have one.
Guys, it's not a cult. You can't just tell everybody it's a cult when they first
D10.
come in. You'll scare them off. It's a community, guys. Community.
Thank you
Keep
so
it-
much for the 5
it
gifted
casual.
subs. And Danny, thank you for the 16 months.
This is a full-blown house deposit. So
Woohoo, level 3. Woohoo. That's so great. Yeah. Level 3. Yeah, I don't think I have a voice. I got my Christmas tree out. I thought I could maybe plug that in and maybe decorate it and put it somewhere here, even though Tasty hates it because it's not very friendly, but whatever, it's the fucking season, I don't care. Because it's not good for your ability to read the words on the screen. But who reads the words on the screen anyway? None of you, right? $10 interpretive dances for December. Look, I'm gonna be so real. I'm definitely gonna sell out. I'll put on sub discounts as soon as I'm better, sub discounts, and fuck, I'll do interpretive
this is a
dancing.
full-blown house deposit. So
Hello. I have some radical ideas how to fix your sickness. Step 1. Remain dramatically horizontal. Step 2. Accept the sacred healing power of Stroganoff delivered directly to your bed. Scientists fear this technique because it works too well.
I don't
One
have
spoonful
anyone
and
to
suddenly
deliver
you're like,
stroganoff.
wow, maybe life will be great again, just
That's
like
the
America.
problem.
this is a full-blown house deposit. So
Hi, Spark.
What's a discount?
What's a discount? Vic, thank you for the 59 months. Tasty, thank you for the 93 months. I could be healed by stroganoff. Hi, Satos. Why is the tree? Because it's my tree that I use every year and it doesn't have the thing. I didn't go in for a colonoscopy. I went in to book it. It's booked for January. It actually looks like I've been doing hard drugs. I haven't been. But she couldn't find a vein on either arm, which was so fun. But yeah, I have some interesting blood test results. And basically, if they don't find anything, they're going to do an MRI. So that'll be fun. But I don't feel bad other than like normal sick. Hi, Backos. I'm not really alive. I'm fake alive. Like, you know, when people are like held together by drugs, I feel like Biden right now. Truly. I don't know what cocktail he was on, but like I
Bye!
Vic Morrow's Ghost gifted a tier 1 sub to pleasant the underscore.
literally
They have given
trying not to.
265 gift subs in the channel.
Guys, it's not a cult. You
Hey,
can't just tell everybody it's a cult when they
not
first come
gay
in. You'll
elephant
scare 'em
setting
off.
up the
It's a
perfect
community,
edge
guys. Community. Keep it.
for
Keep it
someone,
casual.
maybe someone who's watched Heated Rivalry. Look, I was gifted a very joyous TV show, at least, that was quite funny to watch. It was G-Temp. That was a very close
Guys,
edge.
it's not a cult.
Babster,
You
that
can't just tell everybody
that
it's
would
a
have been a
cult when
fail.
they first come in. You'll scare 'em off.
But
It's a community,
I really
guys.
respect you
Community.
trying.
Keep it
And
casual.
now, how do I do an Irish? And now, how do I do an Irish accent? We are at level 4 of the hype train, which is so great. Anyway, so basically, there's this show called Heated Rivalry. Now, what you might not know about the smut industry is at the top of the smut
Guys, it's
industry.
not a cult.
Great.
You can't
Oh,
just
you
tell
didn't
everybody
want
it's a
that
cult when they
today.
first come in. You'll scare 'em off. It's a community,
Aw.
guys. Community.
Oh,
Keep
no,
it-
you telling me
keep
to
it
rest.
casual.
Thank you. That's so nice. I can't believe this hype train is still going. How fun. So, what you guys might not know about the smart industry, we could even call it the romance industry. And this is something that I didn't know until a little while ago, but then I did know it. But basically, ice hockey is like one of the top genres. Now, you may ask yourself, why do women enjoy reading gay smut? That's so weird. But it's not as weird as you think it
You could
is.
search the world
Hey.
and never find such good goop.
You
Also,
guys,
this thing.
great. Thank
This
you
is a
for the
full-blown house
37
deposit,
months.
So
Thomas, thank you so much for the 36 months. Brudaisi, hello. Sorry, I'm sick. I sometimes make good content. Today is not going to be one of those days. No, you've had everything. I think, do you actually go? You cannot still be hungry. Do you really want more food? Oh my fucking god. Yeah, hockey
Vic
stats.
Morrow's
Hold on,
Ghost
I
gifted
will
a tier
return
1
to
sub to
explain the
Hockey
hockey
Stews
stuff.
_11. They have given 266 gift subs in the channel.
Honestly, the sub goal is just claw our way back to 1,000 subs, so I have a career. But 1111, and I don't know how to fight anyone on ice, but I'll fight people on stream.
this is a full-blown house deposit. So
Less than 3 would you looky
Lol,
here my sub
punky.
refreshed the same TM the Portify rap came out.
Thank you for the 54 months. So
Guys, it's not a cult. You can't just
Dusty.
tell everybody it's a cult when they first come in. You'll
thank
scare
you
'em
so
off.
much
It's a
for the
community,
5
guys.
gifted
Community.
subs. That's
Keep
so
it-
nice.
Keep it casual. Fuck.
Hi Oreo. So you just get your Irish up? What? Hey Super Duper. That is, I do not feel very sexy right now, so liar. What was I saying? Oh, the hockey smut. Anyway, it's
Guys, it's not a
basically gay
cult.
porn.
You can't just tell everybody it's a cult when they first come
But
in. You'll
there's
scare 'em
good
off. It's a
sexual
community,
tension in
guys.
there.
Community. Keep it.
and
keep
it's
it
taken the
casual.
world by storm. Cooper, thank you for the 5 gifted. That's so nice. Thank you so much. Um, um, I, it's taken the world by storm. The girls and the gays are so into it. I feel like straight men should be into it too. But it's nice watching men be emotional, you know? And then you get like emotional. I love that you've come around. Come. Sorry. But I do like that you've come around, Tiny. You were like, no. And now you're like, yes. Very good. No, it's not about being into ice hockey. It's about being into sexual tension.
This is a full-blown house deposit.
I
Please
have
do not suck
already
parties
succumbed to the
my sweet
plague.
Victorian
Have you
child.
not noticed? I have been in the bin. Also, I
This is a
was
full-blown
not.
house deposit. So
Aslan, thank you for your prime as well. Iris, thank you for the 48 months. Who made me watch Pluribus? I'm pretty sure it was Salmon Moose. And I'm keeping up to date now. At episode 5, jump scare / slight spoiler warning, she falls in a fucking bin in almost the exact same way I fell in a bin. And can you just imagine, I'm sitting on my couch, sick as a dog, and I watched fucking Pluribus, and I am literally watching this woman fall into a bin the same way I did. Yeah. So, if you ever really needed a physical representation of how that happened, you can literally see it on the show. Hi, Vox. Well, she didn't die, and neither did I. I did make it out of the bin. Hi, Oida. I did. She didn't get smacked by the dumpster lid. See, my bin was plastic. Her bin was metal, I think. So her getting smacked by the lid could have probably paralyzed her. Lucky I didn't. I didn't fall into milk cartons. No. Do you know? It's not until you start speaking that you realize you're still very sick. I'm like, I'm fine. I'm so good. It's not until you
this is a
start
full-blown house
speaking
deposit.
that you're like,
God,
oh,
Emma.
okay. I should not be upright. This is fine. I'm good. Fuck it. How bad can it be? Fox, thanks for the 45 months. Shiver me tingles. I had a grey Poogle that I zapped with the lab ray. But I loved it. I was a very depressed teenager, and I was so into it because I was like, look, it's a representation of how I feel on the inside. Miserable. And so it had like a gray like pet and yeah, anyway. It was just all gray. But then I was also really into the soup fairy, and I did art of the soup fairy that was like black and white or gray and white. And I drew it and I scanned in 2 pictures and made a GIF, and I uploaded it to PhotoBucket. And then that was like, I had a picture of the soup fairy.
This is a
Jaeger,
full-blown house
thank you for the
deposit.
29 months on my profile, and it blinked, and I literally felt like a queen. A depressed queen. But a queen nonetheless. So I was extremely invested. I didn't have any friends. But look at me now. Chat, thanks for the hype train. That's wow, I feel so welcomed back. I'm so healthy all of a sudden. Can you believe it? It's giving health. Gotta say, you sound better, don't I? I'm on so many drugs. I put steroids up my nose. I took an antihistamine, and I'm on Codral cold and flu with the pseudoephedrine in it. Yeah. What do you mean? I am alive. I've never been more alive than I am actually right now. I'm just out here vibing. Yeah, I'm on a non-drowsy. I got the drowsy for later. That drowsy is going to hit so good at about 10 p.m. Did they ask for your ID when you bought it? No, but I'm so sick of these fuckers asking for ID when I buy alcohol. Because I did, when was the last time I bought alcohol and he asked me for ID? Like, why are they doing that? I look old, guys. I need to be very clear. I am not a spring chicken anymore. Ain't nobody in the world going, wow, what a cute 18-year-old. No one. No one in their right fucking mind, right? Why are you, I understand if you think I look under 25, you're asking me for ID. Nobody thinks I look under 25, all right? Nobody thinks that. Not a single person on the planet. But like, seriously though, anyway, I'm fixed now because I've got my ID on my phone. So now they can't get me because I have my ID on my phone. So now you'll never catch me out, bitches. Spotify says I'm 78 years old, by the way. You sure are showing them. I know. I've really done it. Spotify told me today that I'm 28 years old, 78 years old. Hold on. Can I just show you? Where is it?
Spotify told me I was 19.
Mine wasn't even that crazy. This is mine. My top albums were Man's Best Friend, because that's what I am, right, chat? Number 2, The Life of a Showgirl. Number 3, West End
Full
Girl.
blown house deposit. So
Well, look what the cat dragged in.
Ultimate Demon, thank you for the 37 months. Hi, Junior. Mickey, thank you so much for the 98 months. You're 19. We have a very large age gap. That's crazy. My album number 4 was The Art of Loving by Olivia Dean, and then number 5 was A Matter of Time by Leve. Not a man in sight. I don't know what to tell you. But some of the albums are about loving men, and that counts. Not the Lily Allen one, but it counts. You wish specifically, you seem to wish a lot of things involving gay men. No, when you're watching Gay Smart, you're not putting yourself in the situation. You're not like, God, I wish I was a gay man. You're just happy for 2 gay men who are experiencing emotions. Because God forbid, that's all straight women want. And there's no power dynamic, right? There is. They create one. But there's no heteronormative fucking power dynamic at play. And that's why women like watching it, I think. No, it's not really even voyeurism. I know. Gay Elephant, how did I get called 78 years old? Yeah, you're watching MLM romance for the love of the sport. I don't give a fuck about the sport, but the sexual tension is nice. The fact that they just kind of like each other is nice. And that the fact that there's no, like, you know, bullshit undercurrent is nice. I don't know. I'm sure there's a whole psychological thing on this. I don't know what women want. I don't think anybody really knows what they want. Aren't they literally lying? What do you mean? Oh, the MLM romance is the sport. Oh, for sure. Vox. I can't believe I got called 78 years old, though. That was kind of wild. At least you're not getting age checked anywhere online. True, I suppose. There is a new Max Fit. I thought we'd do that later. There wasn't even that much Sinatra. Honestly, my top, like, I apparently listened to a lot of Ariana Grande. Interesting. Kick in Twitch has gone up in AU since they're nationally discussed. Yeah, cool. I'm so popular. Lol. Although I'm not gonna lie, seeing everybody's like Twitch wrapped, that made me feel very nice. It was really nice. I was so sick, and everybody posting like their top used emotes and stuff. That was very fun. I was like, oh, that's nice. Hi, Neil. I don't know. Sometimes I think they get it a little wrong. Hey, Felix. Ariana, very popular with the senior set. Yeah, I don't know why they called me 78. I know I didn't have any Charlie in there, but I did listen to a lot of Charlie, so you had a double day Vox or something. Ah, the random shuffle. I mean, Spotify is a shithouse company, guys. I don't know what to tell you. Tony. What? It's a good rose. With no connotations whatsoever. Do you know what I mean? It's just a good, normal rose. I mean, yeah, sure, it all sucks, but you're going crazy waiting for the next pluribus. You should watch the Gay Hockey Smut. It's gonna be like the summer I turned pretty. levels of like global societal glue that people get into. Like people see the rise in fascism and they're like, you know what we want on TV? Gay sex. Give it to us. Do you know what I mean? Like, yeah, and the leads are hot. I don't want to watch the gay hockey men. Okay. Fine. I'll be the ally for all of us. It's fine. It's on HBO Max for my American friends. HBO Max. Yeah. It's called Heated Rivalry. It's based on a book series. Okay. There's a lot of little nuances in there that I didn't really pick up on the first time. I mean, the only time that I watched the show, because it was quite forward in its depiction of love. But there are subtleties in there, you know? So, yeah, that was fun at least while I was sick. I also watched a show called Man on the Inside. Has anyone watched that? And I watched it because it had the exact same vibe as The Good Place. Not in quite the same way, but it's really fucking beautiful. Yeah, I'm into season 2 of that. It's like it's got lots of oh fuck. It's got lots of cameos by the people that were in The Good Place, which is really nice. I don't think Pixel likes that I have sat down at the computer. I think she's a little like, hold on, I thought we'd quit this. And now we're back. It's not like life's been that good for her. I'm gonna be real. Oh. Pixel, you want to get your ice cream? Where's your ice cream? Oh, Yoki, that sounds fun. She must think it's such a boring thing for you to do. Look, I tell you, being sick's been pretty boring. I'm 78 midnight, so we can live in the home together. Yeah, I got 78. Oh, I'm sorry, Teresk. Oh, you're talking about me. Very funny. No, Evan. It's about me. Very funny. Yeah, Man on the Inside is it's really funny and it builds really well and it has like little emotional moments and I also
You
just
could
really
search
like
the
Ted
world
Danson.
and
So
never
hi
find
Ruggers.
such good
How you
goop.
doing?
Hi,
Thank you
Pix
for
and
the 5
everyone.
months. Thank you for the sneaky tier 3. Um yeah, it's really it's got lots of little Good Place cameos in it. Um Pixel is having a very big drink. She has been drinking a lot of water. I did only just take her outside, so it seems unlikely she would need to go. I think I'm just drugged, Vox. But at least my nose isn't running down my face at the moment. But I don't feel very good. I mean, I feel kind of good. A little spacey. Kind of. Danny, that's nice
The
of you.
Danitone gifted a tier 1 sub to
Um,
Stepan. They have given 35 gift subs in the
You
channel.
look great, do I? I don't feel like I look great. But thank you. Which spacey? Just like in the head, not the Kevin one. You look put together. Whoa. I washed my hair and I dried it. I couldn't be bothered curling it, but I did dry it. And I did my makeup because I wasn't going to be able to sit here otherwise. And if you saw my house, you would realize I am not put together at all. It's a shit show. When you're not talking, you could pass for healthy. Yeah, I know. I think I'm not going to be able to. I don't know what to do. Tomorrow is Command Fest, but I think I might go in, collect the shit that I got with my ticket and leave. I'll just wear a mask. I don't think I'm well enough to go properly. And then it's yeah. Um, just I know hustling. I have picked it up. I just cannot carry it inside. I did pick it up. It's heavy. But I have not had the energy to bring it in. So it is currently in the boot of my car. That's where that is. Nah, I'm not gonna go. I only got a Friday ticket, so I'm just going in on the Friday. I'll pick up my stuff, but I did buy a free run cosplay off a friend of mine, and so I'll pick up my cards and the free run cosplay, and then I'll probably just come home. So that's okay. But I was like, free run cosplay? I want that. And she was selling it for $30. And I don't know. I could maybe ask if I could have a friend pick up those things for me. I know a lot of people going. Maybe I'll ask. because I'm not well enough to go, and I'm sad, but
You could search the world
oh
and
no.
never find such good goop.
Welcome back to stream. 6 to 7.
Thank you for the
No,
88
88.
months and the sneaky tier 3. I'm very grateful. I was able to carry your things in, so at least I have 2 presents I can open. I'll go grab them. These ones I was able to carry. I was not able to carry the other one. I don't know what this one is, so we'll save this one till second. This one, it has to be wine. Well, we'll find out if they're unbroken together, shall we? Enjoy your beautiful wines. Wow, they are beautiful wines.
You want to see?
Shame I can't drink them right now. The Dirty Fizz Blanc de Noir Officer. Dirty 3 wines. The Dirty Fizz. Our wines reflect a place somewhere along the coast between the Penguins and the Brom. We acknowledge and pay our respects to the Bunurong people past and present, the traditional custodians on the land on which our grapes are grown. How cool. They're all bubbly reds, so drink them chilled. Ooh, sparkling Shiraz. And a Blanc de Noir. Which one should I... My mum, Famis, loves a sparkling Shiraz. Which one should I share with her? Like, sparkling Shiraz is my mum's absolute favorite kind of wine. Which one? Should I give her a Dirty Fizz? Would she like that? Or should it be the sparkling Shiraz? Because I know she loves the sparkling Shiraz. What's a Blanc de Noir? Trying them in Gippsland, but may have been inebriated at the time. Isn't that how a wine tasting goes? I believe it is. Let me move these somewhere where... Hey. Now, I have literally no idea what this is. The other box goes with them. Well, well. Accessibility tools. I see. I'm very grateful. I still don't know. I don't have the hand strength to use these oftentimes. They still require too much hand strength that I don't have. But I'm willing to try. These ones, on the other hand, I feel like these might work better. That is very kind. That is very kind. See, I think I have one of these for jars, but the issue is I actually don't have the hand strength to do what they need to do for some reason. Like, it helps with one accessibility issue, but because you have to be able to squeeze still, that's the tricky thing. This can opener will be very good, though. What's this other one? This one might work. Yeah, I think with the strap it might work because I'll be able to tighten it and then turn it. But these ones, I'll show you. The issue is you need to be able to like put pressure like this to be able to do it. But I will try. Thank you. That's very generous. That's why I got both. No, that's so nice. Hold it further out. Yeah, like out here. Hi, Abiz. Abiz did. Zaman. I think the strap one, I haven't tried that before. I reckon that might help. You'll be crushing geodes in your fist in no time. Hey, Sage Zoe, I'm alright. Look, it's so weird. Like, I'm so sick, but I can't complain. Like, in my situation, I could be sick and broke and still be incredibly privileged. Do you know what I mean? What are you gonna do? I reckon I could be dying and be like, well, I'm still privileged. Ah, I see, I see. Are we not all dying? No, we are. That's what I mean. Pix on her deathbed. Look, it could be worse. Unironically, I think that is how I would be. Not look, it could be worse, but like, gosh, do I have any right to complain? The leftism has entered my brain so deeply that it's like, mm-mm. Listen, Sylvia Plath. Anyway, do you know what, like, we can do? I need to hang up all my jackets, but I do not have the energy to do that, so we're not doing that right now. I think Pixel needs to go out and do a wee. She's looking at me funny. I'll be back. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. This needs to go up and away, but for now, it can just not. Yeah, the weather has gone very cold, actually. I'm thinking just somewhere here. I mean, I'll decorate it here so you can see. Decorate the twig with lights. Hey, don't you judge my twig with the lights. It's fun. It's a nudist Christmas tree. It's actually an allergy-friendly one. It's actually allergy-friendly. For people who don't like leaves. Look, we can have festive stuff on the mic. And we can have Christmas bells somewhere. Christmas bells. I've also got little red things. Figure out what to do with this. Bitches, I'm festive. Okay. Look, I've even got a star to go up here somewhere. Ta-da. And this is Pixel's bauble. It says Pixel. Aussie Xmas is wild, so festive. A prawn ornament? I don't have a prawn ornament, actually. I just have lots of bubbles. I'm so festive. Do you know I've got another one of these that we'll put somewhere. I don't know where yet. See, it's going to go just here. And tell me that's not fucking festive. All right? Okay? Tell me that's not festive. Tell me that's not a fucking vibe. Fight me. F? Pixel, do you know this means? That it's Christmas time? Do you know what Christmas time means? It means you might get a new toy. If you're lucky. So,
This is a
thank you for
full-blown
the
house
80
deposit. So
65 months. Sorry, I can't read. Stop indoctrinating your dog into Christmas. It is a vibe. I agree. Thank you for noticing. Look, is it a little modernist? Perhaps. But as Jesus said, he said some stuff, and that was modern for the time. So I'm sure he never expected us to stop being modern, you know? You're supposed to be celebrating winter solstice like the Druids. Well, it's summer here. Sure, I'll celebrate summer solstice, but I'll do everything. Look, just a little festive. It's not like I'm hosting anything this year or anything. Ta-da! Tell me that's not so fun, so festive, so fun. Okay, because I think it is. I probably need a bit more warmth over there, but what could go wrong? What could go wrong? Wow, festive.
This is a full-blown house deposit. So
Merry Christmas, Smixel Sip.
Dark Hawk, thank you for the 60 months. Thank you for your prime. See, that's fun. Christmas initiated. Best part is the head baubles as I take them off, but they will live on my desk so that they can be used. What? You have a little string, little 5 stream. I know, so festive. The issue is that we just need to make that light a little warmer. It's better. Is that not cozy and Christmassy? Yes, the dragonfly is currently being buried. Oh, in my jacket's perfect. That's valid. This is the most acceptable white lights only non-evergreen Christmas tree I've ever seen. Oh, golly. Okay. 86% more cozy. It is seasonal, isn't it? 'Tis the season to be sick and depressed. If you're me, but how can you be sick and depressed when the lights are shining? Answer me that, chat. You can't. That's the rules. That's the rules. You literally just can't. So what do you mean? There's nothing tasteful about this. What about this is giving tasteful? Skill issue. Oh, Bradley. Honestly, every time I have a sickness lasts for longer than a week, I'm like, oh my fucking God. On a positive note, you haven't booked a random holiday yet. Well, no, I haven't. Because I can't go anywhere next year because so I'm going on a family holiday, as you all know, in January for 5 days to a resort with the children and my mother and my extended family, my sisters and their husbands. And that's an expensive resort and I have to pay for a room on my own. So it's an expensive holiday for 5 days. And then in the middle of next year, it's my friend's 30th birthday. And she's paying, but I have to buy flights. But I think I will have enough points. So, but yeah, no random holidays yet. And I shouldn't, because let's be honest, cost of living crisis and all. Yeah, they're planned. I get why people go, but I'd never go to a resort myself. It's Vox. It's easy with kids, I think. So, because it's like my sisters and their kids, and then like my aunt and uncle and their kids, and like, you know, just getting lots of people in the one place. It simplifies things a little bit without all having to live in each other's pockets. Full Hallmark? What would be a full Hallmark stream? What would that involve? Oh my God, I feel so cozy with the tree on. That's lifted my spirits so much. Oh, what a fun month ahead. Oh my God, the will to live has returned. Romance in a hometown, rekindling a love with your teenage love. That is so unlikely. Ugh. We don't have walkable cities or easy childcare, so we have to simulate them by going to resort towns or, for some people, cruise ships. Yeah, cruise ships, immediate no for me. That's not a thing. A resort I can handle because God, fuck. If I could relax, damn. Even the last 2 days, I've tried really hard to relax the last couple of days. But I don't even think I was really relaxed in my mum's or here even. Like I'm trying, but it's really hard. I'm sorry, Sage. Not that you can hear me right now. It's because not many people sponsor Twitch anymore, so they have to take gambling money. Because a lot of people in the marketing world look at Twitch as a brand risk. Like me, just being on Twitch is a brand risk. They don't want the association, and so the companies that are willing to pay and don't mind the association are offering gambling companies or companies that are, you know, occasionally have some moral dubiosity to them. I don't think that's a word, but just go with it. Blinky, not bad though. $34. I mean, gambling is insidious in Australia. Sage Zoe. It's like part of the culture. It is insidious. It is. It's. I mean, it's. Yeah, it's really bad. Gambling is awesome. Why do you say that, Caleb? Do you win? Please keep in mind that my history is very closely associated with professional gambling and poker. Just so you know. I've probably been closer to professional gambling than any of you will ever imagine in your entire lives.
Taking this brand risk has paid off well for me over the years. My dividends of profit and joy, knowledge and comfort are very high.
Slay. Landa, that's so nice. Thank you so much for the $5 and the kind words. My spirits. No, every sport has like live gambling and shit. Yeah, people can feel so bad about because they just think they can it's because capitalism is so bad. I won 60 million gambling. Okay, can I have some? What do you do with your 60 million? Do you do anything with it or you prob won a made-up token if you did win. I have a fucking trophy from a tournament I won. Out there on my fucking shelf, bro. But, yeah. No, I won a pot limit Omaha tournament. back in the day. But I'm going to be very real with you. When I started playing poker, I was so fucking depressed. And I'm going to be so real. Poker like saved me. I've told this story before. I'm telling it again. Whatever. Oh dear. I had just quit ballet and I didn't really feel like I had a reason to live because I'd just lost my whole identity. And I was just in my room and not doing anything, playing Neopets, very fucking miserable. And one day my friend was like, you need to leave your room. And we went for a walk and she's like, my uncle runs a poker tournament at the club. Let's just go. I was like, okay. So we both went and we played poker and I won on the first night. And then I went back again the next week. And then, I don't know, through working and whatever, I would go to poker like 3 nights a week and hang out with all sorts of people. And yeah, just one thing led to another. Caleb, I'm going to guess you're not very good at poker. But okay. I didn't know you used to be a ballet dancer. Yeah, I've still got my point shoes and everything. Mum has all my tutus and all of that. Yeah, my whole life was ballet until it wasn't. And then my whole life was poker / veganism until it wasn't. And my whole life was pain until it wasn't. And now it's, I don't know, a mix of things, I guess, but a lot of stream, a lot of magic. And now your whole life is talking to a wall. Yeah, Pixel probably thinks I'm very good at poker. I had the last 4 years to do nothing but play poker. Well, fucking good for you.
It's a
Adam,
full-blown house deposit.
thank you for the 12 months. Thank you so much for subscribing, even though you're not a 60 millionaire. I've always been awful at gambling. Look, I am lucky when it comes to gambling. There are a few times in my life where I've been lucky, but I still don't think gambling is good. I would say that there's a lot of things that I've gambled on in my life where it's been very lucky. My gambling story is I gambled on stock options and lost 40K and quit. I don't know what those words mean, but I'm sorry, that sucks. It's because you sacrificed blood to some gambling deity somewhere. Can I sacrifice blood to an immunity deity? I need some health. No, you made your choice. You only get to do it once. I did get lucky. I gambled on the first term impeachment of Donald Trump because I was so mad when he got elected that I put like $50 on him being impeached in his first term. And he was. And they paid out. Thanks, guys. It was fucking great. Honestly. And when I realized, because I hadn't been in my gambling account for so long, and there was like $200 in there, and I was like, you're joking. How? And it was the Trump bet. How old are you? I'm 40. It was really satisfying at the time. I'm not going to lie. Now, not so much, because I realized American politics is fruitless. Yeah, I'm 40. Can you bet for him to lose next time? He shouldn't even be able to run next time. That's the problem. Oh, Anon, that's
An
so
anonymous
nice of
user
you.
gifted a tier 1 sub to Adventure Fxps.
Anon, thank you for gifting 3 months to Adventure Fabs. That's so nice. What the hell are you, 50? Honestly, at this point, I could be 60. I'd say she don't look a day over 25. I didn't expect 40. Well, if you wanted, I could actually stay looking 25 forever. But I'm really gonna need like one of your millions. I'm willing to negotiate. I will create content for the next 6 months really well for $1 million. You have 60, so you could just share one of them, you know. That would be really cool. No, what would be really cool? It would be the stable housing.
This is a full-blown
What's my
house
return on
deposit,
investment?
so-
I
Caleb,
was waiting
I'm
to
actually
give you
really
another
fucking
reason to
sick
love
right now.
Prime
But
time.
generally, I'm so funny and a really good singer. Do you know what? For $1 million, I would include foot pictures. I probably would. I think I could live with that. I would feel no shame. Ew, feet. Damn it. It was a 50-50 shot. $2 million without socks. As your agent, I must advise you to charge more. Stop. Ugh. What are we threatening to do content-wise? I'll just work really hard. For $1 million, I'll be here 6 hours a day every day, except for the 5 days I go on holidays. Oh, Babstep, thank you so much for the 100 biddies. 100k per toe. Oh, Peanuts, I would love that. Especially if you know any other 60 millionaires. because boomers are rich. Chat, do you have a rich family member that you might see this holiday season? Well, do I have an offer for you? You could be like, hey, look at this cool internet girl who sings sometimes. And it's really fair. Look at this shit. I should chop these off. No, I'll wait. I was going to chop it off with the thing, but I won't. I'm requesting Chicago next time. You should. Should we have gotten adopted by Daddy Warbucks? Probably. Caleb, rich people don't pretend to be rich on the internet. I've been a streamer a long time. That's one thing I do know. My rich family members are Republicans. I can fix them. You're getting over a cold. Champagne, have you not noticed I haven't been here for 8 days? I am barely over. I'm so sick. Do you know how many drugs I'm on right now? I kind of feel high off paracetamol. I'm not even kidding. I'm like, the fact that I can breathe through my nose right now is a goddamn miracle. A Christmas miracle, some say. Alberto, thank you for the sneaky tier 3 and the sneaky 51 months. That isn't so sneaky, but I'm so grateful. Enjoy your long neck. You got so ripped off. But yeah, I put steroids up my nose and I had an antihistamine and I had the good Codral with the pseudoephedrine in it. Bitches, we're flying. Sing a song. Will you give me money? Because I'm sick. I don't know. I could sing something low. Yeah. If I can find a low key to sing this in, I'll sing you one song. I do. I love singing throughout Christmas time, so. Okay, that's not gonna stay, is it? I don't know if any notes will come out. Oh, I don't know if that'll come out. We can try. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Let your heart be light. From now on, our troubles will be out of sight. Have yourself a merry little Christmas. Make the Yuletide gay. From now on, our troubles will be miles away. Here we are
yourself a merry little Christmas now. Here we are as in olden days, happy golden days of yore. Faithful friends who are dear to us, gather near to us once more. Through the years we all will be together, if the fates allow. Hang a shining star upon the highest bough, and yourself a merry little Christmas now.
I haven't yet, Zap. I haven't had the chance to listen. I can't wait to, though.
Boy!
Evan StarCraft 2 gifted a tier 1 sub to Hot Frosty. They have given 45 gift subs in the channel.
Not Hot Frosty. Hey, try it. Oh, Blinky, you're so nice. I'll try Mac the Knife for you.
Here's to some comforting consumables to help you feel okay.
Comforting consumables? Landa, thank you so much. Let me try this. I don't think it's going to be very good, okay? Because my voice is bad. Hey, what the fuck? That's so many bits. Time of gifts, thank you so much. What? I don't often get that many bits. That's cool. Thank you. Wow. Oh god, okay. This is gonna be hard. The growl and the gravel, because no, it's high. Let's see what happens. Salmon, thank you for the 19 months.
Oh, the sugar babe has such teeth deep, and it shows them pearly whites. Just a jackknife has on my teeth, babe, and it keeps it out of sight. You know that sugar bite with its teeth, babe, scarlet start to spread. Fancy gloves though as on my case, babe, so there's never a trace of it on this sidewalk. One Sunday morning in hell lies a body just oozing life, and someone's sticking around the corner. Could that someone be like the night? There's a tugboat down by the river. Don't you know where some man back just to droop it on down? Oh, the summer is there for the waiting. Bible, can you tell no Mac is back in town? Now do you hear that? He disappeared, babe, after drawing out all his hard-earned cash. And now Mickey spends like a sailor. Could it be our boy's done something right? Oh, Jenny Dava, Suki Tawdry, Miss Lottie Lenya, Miss Lucy Brown. Oh, the life forms on the right bank. Now that Mackie's back in town. I said Jenny Dava, Suki Tawdry, Miss Lottie Lenya, Miss Lucy Brown. Yes, the line forms on the right bank. Now that Maggie's back in town. Look out, old Maggie is back.
Look, I did have to drop the octave. I did. Hey, Rat. I had to drop an octave. Because I could not sing it. Look, sometimes being sick and singing is fun. I'm so drugged up right now. Part of me just wants to double down, have a whiskey, and just say fuck it. But I cannot do that. Right? I can't do that, right? 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 That would be bad, right? Yeah, because I want to take this sleepy time. No, I want to take the good drugs after stream. I want to take the one that knocks me out, because if I sleep well again tonight, who knows? I could be better by tomorrow, maybe. You know? And that would be fucking great. I'm probably not going to be better by tomorrow, am I? Oh, well. You will be better? You reckon you can manifest it for me? All of you? That'd be fucking great if you could. Ah.
Neon Moon Brooks and Dunwilin Boy register.
Let's see if I remember it. It's country, right?
When the sun goes down on my side of town, the lonesome feeling comes to my door and the whole world turns blue. There's a rundown bar across the railroad tracks, got a table for two way in the back where I sit alone and think of losing you. I spend most every night beneath the light of a neon moon. Now if you lose your one and only, there's always room here for the lonely to watch your broken dreams dancing at the beams of a neon moon. You're two young lovers running wild and free. Close my eyes and sometimes see you in the shadow of the smoke-filled room. No telling how many tears I sat here and cried, or how many lies that
words of every sad song seem to say what I think. This hurt inside of me ain't never gonna end. Oh, but I'll be alright as long as there's a light from a neon. And if you lose your one and only, there's always room here for the lonely to watch your broken dreams dancing around the beams of a neon. And watch your broken dreams dancing around the beams of a neon. Watch your broken dreams dancing around the beams of a neon. Such a nice song. That's such a good add to the list, scale of it. My doggy just choosing to sleep on the floor behind me. Hi, I can't give a duck. Are we having fun? Sure. You were very smart for that live learn. I really like that one. What's the world thrown at you? I haven't been here for 8 days. I went to the gastroenterologist, found out I got a dodgy white cell blood count, got booked in for a colonoscopy and an endoscopy in January. And I had to wait so long to see him that I think I picked up a stomach flu in the waiting room because I was there waiting for like over an hour for him to see me. And there were people that were looking all kinds of rough. And then I spent a few days at my mum's just kind of ignoring the fact that I had like it wasn't gastro though. I was only nauseous. I didn't vomit. I just had really bad nausea. And then my whole family was like, and I was like, guys, I get it's Christmas time, but it would have to be Immaculate Conception, right? It would have to be Immaculate Conception. And so no, but I only had nausea. So part of me was like, I was second guessing myself. I was like, maybe I am birthing the second coming of Jesus and this is morning sickness. Like truly, because I didn't vomit. I was just so nauseous. And turns out no. And I do have confirmation of no. So, you know, just saying. But then I had to go and get more blood tests, and the lady who was doing my blood tests couldn't find a fucking vein. So this bruise, my arm was black. It looked like I'd been injecting fucking meth. I haven't been. Imagine. But no, that's not where I've been. And then I was trying to be fine, and one day, because I really needed to leave my mum's, and I managed to drive home without feeling too nauseous, and then I got home, and then I was just full sick by myself, and I woke up, and I couldn't swallow, and I've been vaccinated, so I don't know what I got. Feels like a scam. And you know what? I was too overconfident as well, because I was like, I've made it through the whole winter season without getting sick. But I think what happens is it gets to December and I'm burnt the fuck out, and I think my body just gives in. So I don't know. Anyway, in case you can't tell, I'm fucking struggling, but I also have a job. Although I will say my job last night was really funny when you guys were paying me for Discord voice notes. I might employ that again sometime because that was really funny. And honestly, I think I could do that. I really think I could do that. That was really funny. They were so bad. They were so bad. They were so bad. And I was watching such terror. I was, honestly, a lot of the donations were anonymous. Otherwise, I would have thanked them with names. But I don't want to out people, but there were some of the usual suspects. Some of the comments I was reading were so funny. I can't remember. It might have even been RJ who was like, I'm invested now. How did the movie end? And I was like, I couldn't listen to any voice notes. I want to watch the movie. Well, go watch the movie. I didn't know anybody was going to watch the shitty movies. During December, I love watching shitty Christmas movies. And like, that was U2-esque. So funny. And I like telling everybody about the shitty Christmas movies that I watch. Like last year was Hot Frosty, which if you haven't seen, you should go watch Hot Frosty. It's okay. Hot Frosty is real, yeah. Look, it's all stupid, but it's all great, you know. Was it about a sexy man who turns into a snowman? No, but it's about a snowman who turns into a sexy man. So, oh, a twist. There's no sexy men. Now there is. They're in the show called Heated Rivalry. See, this is how you know. I don't hate men. Because I'm watching Heated Rivalry. And do you know how many men are in that show? There's like no women. It does not pass the Bechdel. As they are secretly snowmen, they spend their life playing ice hockey. Stop, that's so funny. Hey guys, speaking of men, I have an offer for you. I have an offer for you. You guys are nice to me.
When you think of eating like a medieval peasant, you probably
And I will provide brilliant commentary on our favourite men. The one true internet alpha man. Max.
imagine a monotonous diet of cheap bread, stale ale, and peas porridge hot, peas porridge cold, peas porridge in the pot 9 days old. And you'd mostly be correct. But there were times, like at the Harvest Boon work, when even the lowest serf was fed beef, cheese, fine quality bread, and fish, like this dish of fish and garlic sauce from a 15th century cookbook.
Well, I have some notes on the plating. Could I do any better myself? No, almost definitely not. But it is kind of cursed.
So thank you to Bombas for sponsoring this video as we learn how to feed a medieval peasant. This time,
I've gotten photos like this from you.
on Tasting History. Now, depending on when and where you are during the medieval period, a peasant could have varying degrees of both wealth and freedom. But regardless, 80 to 95% of the people were still classified as someone that we would call peasants, who owed a certain amount of work.
Chat, who in here identifies as a peasant? Anyone? I self-identify as a peasant.
To their lord. Typically, in addition to farming your own strip of land, which you rented from the lord, you would have to spend several days a week farming their strips of land. But then a few times of work, there was something called a boon day, which was basically an extra day of work. It's kind of like when your manager tells you that everyone is coming in on Saturday to do inventory, but he's going to bring in pizza to make it a little bit nicer. And there was a medieval version of the pizza party. All who have come to the Wheat Harvest Boon work shall have for dinner soup, wheaten bread, beef, and cheese, and for supper bread, cheese, and their fill of ale. And the other day they shall have soup, wheaten bread, fish, and cheese, and their fill of ale. At dinner each shall have as much bread as he wishes to eat, and at supper a loaf apiece. Also, I found that quote through Jenny Draper, or Jay Draper, who is a wonderful person to follow and a wonderful person to take a tour from if you're going to London. Now, it seems that at this medieval work pizza party, you would be fed your fill of cheese and ale and bread and beef and fish. And since it's been a long time since I've done a fish recipe on the channel, I decided to do a fish recipe, but I had to find one that was appropriate for a peasant, meaning it couldn't have a lot of spices, which most recipes from this period did.
You know, I think back to those times, and I like to think I would have been a Jane Austen type, but the reality is I probably just would have been like a dirty peasant, and I don't think I would have lived very long. My immune system, not great. You know, I might not have even made it to adulthood.
And that's because most of the recipes that were written down were for the wealthy. But I did find a simple recipe for something called barbel, and this fish is perfect, because the barbel, though he be of a fine shape and looks big, yet he is not accounted the best fish to eat. And I feel that that is...
I said type, okay? Like, I'd like to think that I would have been, you know, one of the women who was like fighting for her own intellect. But the reality is I probably wouldn't have been. I would have been too sick as a child.
Exactly the kind of fish that the lord would be giving to his peasants. So this recipe, which comes from around 1450, is for barbel boiled. Take a barbel and cut him, and draw him round, and pike in the nape of the head, and seethe him in water and salt, ale and parsley. And when it begins...
This is actually Max preparing us for Feudalism Part 2, which is coming. It's going to be super sexy and techno.
Minute to boil, skim it clean, and cast the barbel.
Caleb. Caleb, I don't like you. Mainly because you've been here talking the whole time and you apparently have $60 million. So I'm going to give you a couple of options. Your option is you can admit that you lied about having $60 million and you can stay in the chat. But if you piss me off, then I will ban you. The second option is you can subscribe to Tier 3 and I won't make you prove that you have $60 million for at least another half an hour. We'll just wait.
Boy!
Lander 486 gifted a tier 1 sub to Black Rabbit Red Wings.
I did not lie. DM me if you want to prove. No, I'm not going to DM you. I gave you your two options. You can, literally, you can buy some semblance of affection. You can't. It's just, I just don't believe you. And I don't want to talk to you in DMs. That sounds awful. DM, I can't. This poor boy.
Guys, it's not a cult.
Vic.
You can't just tell everybody it's a cult when they first come in. You'll scare them off.
Wait,
Community,
you just
guys.
said you had
Community.
$60.
Keep it casual.
And you gifted me 5 subs with your $60? That's crazy. That's crazy. I can't believe you just did that. I'm so grateful. You're my new favorite chatter. And to be honest, if you were acting normal in chat as well, I wouldn't be this way. Like if you were just being normal, I don't care at all. But when someone comes in and is like, I have $60 million, gambling is good, you'd be a good housewife, are you single? You're annoying me. And I feel like I'm sick. I don't want to be annoyed. And I feel like if I'm going to be annoyed, I should get something in return for being annoyed. Do you know what I mean? I'm so getting cancelled on Reddit for this.
There too, and seethe him. And his sauce is garlic or verge sauce. And then serve him forth. Now I searched high and low for barbel, but I just could not find them, at least here in the US. What they are is a river bottom feeding fish in the carp family. So I was able to find some fillets of carp, but even those were actually quite difficult to come by. So if you want to use catfish, I think that's probably going to be also pretty close. So for this recipe, what you'll need...
Gay elephant. I would do it. I would do it. I would do it.
is about 1.5 pounds or 700 grams of fish, 2 teaspoons of salt, 3/4 of a cup of parsley leaves, 1 quart or 1 liter of ale. Now you're probably not going to find the type of ale that they had during the Middle Ages. That is really something that you need to make on your own, and I will be doing that for a future video, but not today. Today you just find something that is low in hops, and that'll do. You'll also need about 3 quarts or 3 liters of water. So first add the ale to a pot, and then add the water and the salt and set it on the stove to boil. Now you don't want this to be a vigorous boil, just a gentle simmer really. Then you add in the parsley leaves, and then finally the fish. And depending on how thick the fish is, or if it's a whole fish, it's going to take anywhere from 5 to 8 minutes to cook. Now ideally you would use a fish that is either whole or at least has the skin on it. I wasn't able to get that. I do think that that would at least make it hold together a little bit better, because taking it out once it is cooked is a little bit difficult. It really just wants to kind of fall apart. So frankly, I think that grilling the fish or roasting the fish or pretty much any other way of cooking this fish would be preferred, and that's how we would do it today. But during the Middle Ages, they really liked to boil pretty much everything, both
Was that like a food safety thing though? That probably makes sense, right?
meat and fish and anything else. So
Not the one
that's how
episode
we're going
left.
to do it. And as much as I do enjoy medieval cooking, I gotta say I'm never gonna get used to the boiled meat and the boiled fish. I'm just not really a fan. What I am a fan of is the incredibly comfy socks that I'm wearing today from today's sponsor, Bombas. Bombas has always made absolutely fantastic socks, but I do believe they
That was an extremely smooth ad segue. Can you believe that? If I had 60 million USD, I'd pay Pix to
This
do
is
a
a
drag
full-blown
version of
house deposit,
Stargate
so-
SG1.
Bomb Stephen May.
Oh my god, that would be so fun. Biden's. Bombas. Thank you for the 16 months. I'm enjoying Stargate so far. I'm glad. You have to like suspend your disbelief about the American military propaganda, and then you're just like, oh wow, what a good show.
have outdone them this time, because there are 2 socks I want to shout out. First are the Cashmere Blend calf socks, perhaps the softest sock I have ever worn. And then there are the Rag calf socks, which are just perfect for wearing while sitting with your cat and looking out at the rain. And these will definitely be the socks that I wear to keep my feet warm when I go to Edinburgh at the
Oh, bro dog, I've had 8 days off too. I'm still not well. But welcome, hello.
end of December, because it's going to be really, really cold there. But it's not just socks, because Bombas also has t-shirts, underwear, and even some really comfy slippers. And whenever
The slippers being covered in cat hair is so funny. Tiny, I love that you're out here doing the research.
you purchase any item from Bombas, they donate an item to a shelter, mostly t-shirts, socks, and underwear, which are the most requested items at shelters. So feel good and do good with Bombas, knowing that your purchase will do some real good. And right now, new customers will get 20% off of their first purchase when you use my link in the description. That is bombas.com/tastinghistory, and use my code tastinghistory20 at checkout. And now, once you have boiled your fish, make sure to keep the liquid, because we're going to need some of that for the sauce. Now, the original recipe says that it will work with either a garlic sauce or a verga sauce, or green sauce, which is something made with herbs, and I made that a few years back, so I'm going to go with the garlic. And luckily, I found a 15th century recipe that says take kernels of walnuts and cloves of garlic and pepper, bread, and salt, and cast all in a mortar, and grind it small, and mix it up with the same broth that the fish
I mean, it probably can't go wrong, really.
was sodden in, and serve it forth.
Hey, Rev.
Very simple and appropriate for the peasantry, because it only has 1 spice, pepper, rather than many spices, which most sauces from this time have. So for this sauce, what you'll need is 3/4 of a cup or 80 grams of walnuts, 2 cloves of garlic crushed, a half teaspoon of pepper, 1 cup of stale breadcrumbs, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and 1 cup or 235 milliliters of the boiling liquid. So you can crush everything up in a mortar if you like, or you can just add all of the ingredients, except for the liquid, to a blender and grind everything together. Then add that to a pot along with the liquid. Now, the recipe doesn't actually say that this should be cooked, and there are some uncooked sauces from this period, but very often when they include breadcrumbs, it needs to be cooked simply because the breadcrumbs are then going to act as a thickener. Also, the raw garlic is going to be very, very strong if we don't cook it, so I'm going to cook it for just about 5 minutes on very low heat, and that will
It's just an interesting color, isn't it?
let the sauce thicken up. And as it thickens, just a reminder that if you want a signed copy of the Tasting History Cookbook before the holidays, now is getting to be the last chance to order them, so I'll put a link in the description to where you can order those. They do ship internationally and domestically. And now, let us take a look at how to feed a medieval peasant, or rather, how the medieval peasants fed everyone else. So when you discuss the peasantry,
Chat, I'm thinking I should maybe put a pie in the oven. I'm not hungry, but I probably should eat. And I do have a gluten-free pie. And it'll probably take a while. I don't feel like eating carrots and hummus. I don't feel like eating dumplings. I had cereal for breakfast. I don't think I can be bothered cooking a vegetable. No, we don't have to keep track of time. I'm pretty sure it'll take like an hour because it's frozen. Vita Parade. Hi, Seren. Yeah, I don't have any soup really. I have baked beans. I don't feel like them. Well, I wasn't going to take the drowsy med until 10 o'clock. An hour? Well, you have a slow. Well, probably it'll only take 40 minutes, but it would be fine in the oven for an hour. Right? Oh my god, I don't have any tomato sauce.
Guys, it's not a cult. You can't just tell everybody it's a cult when they first come in. You'll scare them off. It's a community, guys. Community. Keep it casual. Fuck.
Oh my god, wait. I actually don't have any tomato sauce. I have no tomato sauce. I don't want the pie anymore. Time of gifts, thank you so much for the 5 gifted subs. I don't want that. I have chili oil. I don't want chili oil. I want tomato sauce. I forgot that I used the last of it. We don't have brown sauce here. I do not have barbecue sauce. I don't have any sauce. I'm sauceless. Worcestershire sauce has gluten in it. I'd have to go buy gluten-free Worcestershire sauce. I don't have any McDonald's packets. I have no sauce. I can't have McDonald's. It has gluten in it. I can't eat gluten because it's going to kill me. I got this out of the fridge though. I've got it the other day for when I had the girls over for Wicked. I got pink drinks. And it's just wild raspberry tonic water. But it's got there's no artificial sweetener and it's pink. And I thought that might bring me joy. Did you hear that? I just can't believe I don't have tomato sauce. That's so fucked up. Okay, this is a real first world problem, okay? I need you to understand that I'm not being serious when I'm this dramatic about something that is so stupid. And I do know it's stupid. I know I'm stupid. I do know. I know this.
We're bringing down the bourgeoisie, Woo.
We are $50. We want to be sent to Grilled or another available place with tomato sauce.
The fuck? No, I'm not. That wasn't I need money. Chat, you don't want to know where my brain went. You don't want to know where my brain went because it won't make sense. It'll make sense to like 3 people in here. But if I just do the tune, maybe you'll know. We are $50. We want to be sent to Grilled or another available place with tomato sauce. We have $50. Anyway, I can't. That's all you get. The issue with this is the effort of getting it is just not worth it. I'm too tired. It is a TikTok meme. Don't look it up. I'm too tired. I don't want to rap. I don't want to order anything. I don't want to go anywhere. I don't even want to move. I just wanted to put a pie in the oven and eat it with tomato sauce. But now that there's no tomato sauce, I'm coming to terms with that in my brain. Do you know what I mean? Like, I had a plan in my brain and the plan has been ruined. And now I'm just coming to terms with the fact that I don't have that plan anymore. And I don't know which way to turn. I can't put it in the oven and eat it with sadness. That seems like a terrible idea. How far are you in the thought about tomato sauce? I'm pretty far. Like I don't know if Pixel needs to pee again. She has been drinking a lot and it was a hot day. Have some of the beans with the pie. No. I mean, they are tomato-based
full-blown
beans.
house deposit, so
Yeah, that sounds Scottish. Pie and beans. Nafa, thank you so much for your prime. Strain the beans, bean sauce with pie. Guys, no. I may be weird, but cracked black pepper works without sauce. You don't always need sauce. But you're wrong. Hey, Brodio. You're just wrong, though. Maybe beans are good in the pie. No, I just don't want to go anywhere or have to do anything to get the fucking tomato sauce to... You have to have tomato sauce. So now I have to think of something new. I have an actual tomato. I have an actual tomato. Could I make tomato sauce? Would it taste good? Probably not, right? Pivot to sauce creation stream. Pasta sauce? I don't even have a pasta sauce here. It's lazy. It's so lazy. But I also just can't be fucking bothered. Do I have tomato paste? I think I have a tube of tomato paste. When does tomato paste go off? The 16th of the 7th, 2027. But I've opened it. Does that matter?
This is a full-blown house deposit, so...
I'm glad you've enjoyed yourself. Use this money to feel even better.
Sanibel, thank you for the 58 months. No, how long ago? Oh, at least a few months. Probably a while. It's been in the fridge the whole time. I mean, I'm not seeing any mold. Smells like tomato paste. I guess I could have pie with tomato paste. It's not runny. Who has Max's cell? We'll call him up and ask how he'd handle this. It's runnier tomato paste with sugar. Well, what else do I need to put with it? Some oil and some vinegar. Okay. 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 I'm going to put the pie in the oven because I really do want the pie. And I guess we can make a tomato sauce maybe. No, I can't. homemade. Not by me, but they are homemade. Did someone start eating that one? No, I'm guessing it just exploded. I can't believe mentioning tomato paste saved the pie. I can't believe that, Arclight. Thank you for
I'm
the
still
73 months and a sneaky 2-3. I'm so grateful. You know what? I feel fine. I'm so healthy. I'm healthy, but I think my dog needs to pee.
Hurry chat, pics. Hope you're
I
feeling a
have
bit
maple
better.
syrup from my Poggies from Canada, but I don't want to open the whole tin just to make a little bit of tomato sauce, you know. It's cold outside now. Hey, Beelzebub, thank you so much for the 5 months and the sneaky tier 2. I'm feeling so much better. Woohoo, drugs. I'm healed. Oh my god, Pixel. I'm healed. I'll be right back. I will get back into History Night in a second. The pie is in the oven. I, I'll be back. I don't think my brain is working, but I'm so healthy and fine. I'll be back. I'm back. Sorry, everyone. Um, she did do another wee. I think because it was a hot day. Oh my god. Oh my god, I wish you guys had seen that. She just got her buried toy out of my jackets. Oh, why is she so cute? Like, she's just bored. I have a jacket pile right now because I haven't hung them up. And she's just bored. Look, it's been 8 days of just, yeah. At least, like, at mum's, it was pretty easy because she just has the rule of the roost. She can do whatever. But here, I obviously have to take her down. So I think that's good for her because it keeps her mentally stimulated. But we haven't been on like a big WALK for like a week because I just can't. I honestly, I'm puffed from doing that. Yeah, my house is a mess. I couldn't do a cooking stream right now, even if I wanted to. I would feel immense shame. There's a lot of stuff in a lot of places and a lot of bowls that I haven't washed. I know. I know she understands. You're a good girl. Hey? I'm worried she's under the weather too. I'm worried this is such an overshare. I'm worried her anal glands need expressing. Huh? I thought that was only a cat thing. It's not. It's a dog thing too. Their anal glands get a bit funny. I'm sorry. Do you not like me telling everybody about your anal glands? I don't look at me like that. And I think it's my fault. She got groomed this week too, right? So she's been groomed. Actually, I've got to tell you about the day that I had. She's been groomed, right? But because I was staying with my mom and then I got sick, I didn't have enough food for Pixel. So I fed her on just chicken breast for a few days, but she was getting sick of it. So I ended up getting her some kibble and I mixed it in with the chicken. And it's been fine. But I think it's fucked up her guts a little bit, even though her poos have been fine. I think her anal glands are leaking. And I don't necessarily have the mental capacity to deal with that fact right now. Oh no, chat, it's my sister. Hold on. That was my sister. She was actually just checking on me. She's not watching the stream. She can't believe I'm working. But she was leaving the shopping center and a boom gate hit the car in front of her. Anyway, I do just have to tell you about this one day that I've just remembered, because all the things that happened on this day were hilarious. The day begins. I get to my mum's. She makes me a cup of tea. I spill the cup of tea all over myself and all over the ground. So I have to change clothes. So I change clothes. It doesn't involve anal glands. Well, actually, it kind of does. Anyway, stay tuned. Anyway, so then the people who were grooming Pixel call me to say that they have to cancel. And I was like, you're joking. You cannot cancel. I don't know what I will do. Blah, blah, blah. They were like, okay, let us call around. We'll see if anybody can do it. They found somebody. Thank God. Because she had very long hair. Anyway, but they could only do her in the afternoon instead of the morning. And Pixel had a vet appointment in the afternoon. So it was a very tight crossover. Okay? Just that's important back information for later. So then I take Pixel to the groomers, the new groomers. And they're like, this is great. She'll be fine. Not a problem. I leave. I go to the post office. I pick up my packages. One is extremely large and they look at me funny. And I'm like, yep. And they're like, how are you getting this to the car? I'm like, I don't know. I had to drive around to a loading dock for them to put it in the car. Anyway, that wasn't a big deal. That was fine. Not a big deal. Then I go back to pick up Pixel from the groomers. I'm sitting in the car. She's not ready yet. I'm sitting in the car and I'm like, fuck, I haven't had any water all day. And so I'm like, okay, well, I better have some water. And I open my drink bottle and it explodes all over my pants. And like it really does just explode on my pants. Anyway, so then I go in looking like I pissed myself into the groomers to get Pixel. I get her. It's taking a while for somebody to be available for me to be able to pay for her. And Pixel does a shit in the store. She couldn't hold it. She just does a full of shit in the store. And the guy at the counter, he was so nice. He looked at me and he's like, do not stress. It's fine. Happens all the time. And I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. Usually I just take her out straight away, but I really need to pay because she's got to go to the vet. And he's like, do not stress. It's not a problem. He serves the person in front of me. I'm like, I'll clean it up. Not a problem. He's like, don't worry. I've got it. And I was like, oh my God, you're my actual hero in this moment. Anyway, then I pay the Pixel's groom. And then we go to the vet. The vet's fine. She gets she didn't even have a bad ear infection. It was just some yeast in her ear. Not a big deal. Everything else is fine. I go home. Mum's like, you've had a day. I'm like, yeah, I really have. It's been rough. Anyway, she pours me a glass of wine. I drop the wine glass. It shatters everywhere. Shatters everywhere. So in the one day, I spilled a cup of tea, spilt water all over myself, Pixel did a shit in the pet store, and I broke a wine glass. And then I got sick. It felt really unlucky. Like, I don't understand. Why did so many things go wrong in just that one period of time?
Roll on in and realize very quickly how wonderful I am.
Alexandria, thank you for the raid. How you doing? Like, that was just like a really bad day. That specific day. Hey, dude, what? But then, like, how did I drop 3 drinks in the one day? It just seemed like some bullshit, that's all. Anyway, back to history night. I just really needed. You may want to stay inside with the full moon today. Is it the full moon today? Oh my god, I've lost track. I've lost track. Is it actually the full moon today? Oh my god, my rocks aren't even out. I haven't even manifested. Oh my god, it's not a good. It's fine. I've got the pie in the oven. And I'll make homemade sauce.
Of medieval Europe, it's very easy to kind of see them as a monolith. They were all poor and exactly the same, but they were not at all. They were a very diverse group. Some were very wealthy, some were very poor, and there were different levels of freedom. There were those who, while they paid rent to their lord and were obliged to work their land, were also free to move or start small businesses on the side, like brewing ale or weaving cloth, businesses that could eventually make them very wealthy. Then there were those who were typically not free to do those things, the serfs or villeins. This was typically a much larger portion of the population and were effectively tethered to the lord's land and not free to leave. Now, what all of these people, all of the peasants, had in common was that they typically worked the land to feed not only themselves, but also everyone above them, be it the church, the nobility, or the royals. As the 14th century chronicler Jean Froissart put it, it is a custom in England, as in several other countries, for the nobility to have great power over the commoners, who they keep in bondage. That is to say, their tenants ought by custom to labor the Lord's land, to harvest his grain, and to make their...
I'm feeling better because I'm drugged up really heavily. It's great. You know that one time I got high off Panadol? I kind of feel like that again. So, yeah.
their hay and cut their wood and bring it home. So in practice, how it worked...
By the way, I'd only had 1 Panadol. Like, I didn't overdose or anything. I'd only had 1 Panadol. I don't know. Panadol seems to... I don't know.
Was a lord would have a manor, or very often many manors, that were a couple hundred to a few thousand acres large, and they would divide much of that up into strips of land and give those to a peasant family to work. Now, they weren't given...
This is exactly how I would run my castle too, just so you all know. But it would be fun.
Them to them, the peasant family had to pay rent to work that land. And usually that rent came in a portion of what was grown on the land, or sometimes in cash, or it was a mixture of both. And then also it was paid in additional labor on the land that the lord had not rented out. So
I just want presents, and it just has to be thoughtful presents from your land. Serfdom too. It's fun this time, I swear. Yeah, it'll be so fun. It'll be like trading. You know, you can do what you want.
Find documents from this period that detail exactly what every single peasant owes to their lord. In addition, it would tell you how much work a peasant had to do for their lord each year. And sometimes it wasn't very much at all, just a few days a year when the harvest came in and stuff like that. But then sometimes it was a lot of work. Like Reynold at Sol holds 1 virgate of land and must work for the first 4 days in every week throughout the year.
Oh, God forbid. A 4-day work week?
every week? Jesus. I
If any feast day shall fall on these days, it shall be allowed him as a working day. Then the document goes on to specify that should it not be the time of year that the actual crops need tending to, because it was pretty seasonal, there was plenty of other work that the peasant had to do. Whether that was making fences, he had to do 32 feet a year. Hedges, 24 feet a year. He also had to muck out the stalls and make straw and all of these other things. So yes, he was working 4 days a week and had holidays off, but he was still working a lot throughout the year. And that's why you'll see this meme online that says a medieval peasant didn't work as many days as you do. That is so not true. First of all, they worked from sunup till sundown doing backbreaking work.
True.
And that was just the work that they had to do for the Lord. They also still had to work their own land all of the rest of the time. So they didn't really get days off.
Oh. Don't worry, guys. It would only be 4 days a week for sure.
And that's why when
in serfdom too.
the peasants finally got a chance to free themselves from this never-ending cycle of backbreaking work for subsistence wages, they decided to do something about it. See, the first half of the 14th century was pretty much horrible for everyone. The previous few centuries had been
That's what they're going to say about this century too.
what was called the medieval warm period. And that was because Europe was uncharacteristically
That's so crazy. We're about to have that again too.
warm. They were even growing grapes in central England, and it made it so harvests in general were very good, which led to population growth. For instance, in England, where the records are pretty well kept, the population doubled by many accounts, if not more, between the years 1100 and 1300, from about 2 million, 2.5 million to 5 million or something like that. And it
Well, I think it's going to halve this time.
was because they had so much food. But around the year 1300, the continent began to slide into what is known as the Little Ice Age, which led not only to a change in growing patterns, i.e. no more grapes in England, but also just a lot more failed crops in general. From 1315 to 1317, a series of heavy rains and disease among livestock led to the Great Famine, which ravaged all of Europe, leading to an 80% decline in food production in many places. Food prices rose between 100 and 300% in just a couple of years.
How the price of eggs at the moment.
And nobody was spared. In Bristol, the Annals of Bristol in 1315, it says a great famine of dearth, with such mortality that the living could scarce suffice to bury the dead. Horse flesh and dog's flesh was accounted good meat, and some eat their own children.
Oh.
The death toll during the Great Famine is estimated to be between 10 and 20% of the population in some places, which, while tragic, was merely a prelude to what was going to come.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Because in 1346, the Black Death first came to Europe, and in less than a decade, 30 to 50% of the population was dead. Some villages saw a 100% mortality rate, so that by the latter half of the century, there were no longer enough peasants alive to work the fields of the nobility. Now, the decreased population was not the only factor that led to what happened in the second half of the century, but it was a major factor because with less people, those
This literally could happen to us with bird flu, by the way. Just saying. Like bird flu could do something similar.
Oh my God, maybe I've been having bird flu.
I'm gonna hope not.
remaining people could demand more for their labor should they be able to leave and do that. But most people, a good portion of the population, especially in England, were serfs. And so even if the manor next door said, hey, I'll give you 2 shillings and a pig if you come work my fields for the week, and your lord was saying, no, I'm going to still pay you what I was paying your grandfather 50 years ago, you had to go work for that guy. You weren't allowed to take that new job at the new price. Now, I know this is going to seem like a stretch, but just imagine living in the years after a great plague when prices have skyrocketed because of a lack of supply and a lack of labor. But you are still living off of wages that have pretty much remained stagnant for decades, so you
Imagine.
can't afford the rent and the food anymore. Just imagine that. Well, this frustration naturally led to a series of revolts.
That's so crazy, Max. This guy is so good at his politics. Like, no one would know.
Amongst the peasantry throughout Europe in the latter half of the 14th century.
Because let's be honest, right? He's got a little bit of a Republican gay look about him, you know? You know, he can sell both sides.
And the most well-documented took place in England. There, things had been exacerbated by high taxes to pay for the 100 Years' War, and there was a lack of trust in the courts and the officials of King Richard II. And finally, a poll tax was implemented. And this poll tax was 4p per person. Whether you were dirt poor, it was 4p, or fabulously wealthy, it was still 4p.
Seems so fair. That seems so fair.
And so that was actually the final trigger that in May of 1381 instigated an uprising amongst different classes of people from Kent, led by...
I watch Max pretty closely, and I think from everything I've picked up, I think his politics are pretty good. I would be outrageously surprised if he was secretly MAGA or something.
Wat Tyler. On June 13th, the rebel army crossed London Bridge and entered the city, opening prisons, burning the homes of people like John of Gaunt, one of the richest men in England, and perhaps most importantly, they were there to destroy documents. All sorts of court documents, but many were the types of documents that I've been reading from today, the ones that said exactly how much a person owes to their lord and who is servile to who. They strove to burn all old records, and they butchered anyone who might know or be able to commit to memory the contents of old or new documents. It was dangerous enough to be known as a clerk, but especially dangerous if an inkpot should be found at one's elbow. Such men scarcely or ever escaped from the hands of the rebels. On the 15th of June, Wat Tyler and the rebels met at Smithfield, outside of London, to put their demands to King Richard II, who had promised to pardon all involved. Among other things, their demands included an end to serfdom, meaning a peasant could leave the land for a better offer, a right to work other jobs, that is, a right to have a side hustle, and a right to rent land at a just price, because the rent was just too damn high. Now, at first, the king seemed amenable to this, but then one of his men insulted Wat Tyler, and Wat Tyler attacked him, supposedly, allegedly attacked him, and that led to Wat Tyler getting slashed with a sword and eventually beheaded. And at that point, the king also kind of turned around and said, you know what, I'm not pardoning everyone. Everyone who was involved is going to be hunted down and executed. Most importantly, he didn't give in to any of their demands. Rather, he is quoted as saying, "Villains you are, and villains you shall remain." Villains being another word for serf. But while he did not end the practice of serfdom in England, which had already started to die out, it did begin to accelerate the process because many serfs were just willing to take the price of possible punishment in order to find a much better job paying much better wages. In fact, serfdom officially didn't go away in England until 1574, 200 years later, when Queen Elizabeth officially ended the practice in England. And the system of peasants
Of course, it had to be the woman. Truly.
paying for their rent with food and work eventually just kind of evolved into the system that we have now, where we pay with money. Now, obviously, life now is very, very different than life in the Middle Ages, much better, but it is interesting to kind of see some of the parallels of just how people behaved and how people worked and different practices, like now.
So you're not bashing your head against a wall, watching history repeat itself? 'Cause I fucking am.
When your boss wants you to come in for some extra work, they will bribe you with food. That would be pizza or maybe cupcakes. In the Middle Ages, you would be bribed with cheese, bread, meat, ale, and something like this dish of fish. And here we are, a 15th century fish with garlic and walnut sauce, perfect for a medieval peasant.
Chat, I don't think you could bribe me with fish. You think I would have been easily bribed? We'll work for fish.
So first I'm going to just start with a piece of the fish. Get it off. There are bones in this, I am realizing. A lot of bones. Just going to taste the fish by itself.
Fish.
I was wrong. Boiled fish is actually just fine. I guess it's sort of like poached fish. Never had carp. It's actually quite nice. I wonder if it's farmed instead of like been eating mud. I don't know. It's actually quite good. Anyway, let me try the sauce. So I'll just dip a bit into some of the sauce. Now the sauce is rather grainy. Let me get a little bit here. You can see, especially as it cools, it starts to really thicken up. It's just from the breadcrumbs. It is rather grainy. You can strain it. They very often did.
Yeah.
If you have like large pieces, you can strain those out, but you don't want to strain it too much to get it too thin because then you're going to lose the walnuts and everything, and I think that's going to be most of the flavor. Here we go.
I do think we will... Okay, hold on, I won't pause there.
That's garlicky.
Garlic's a great flavor.
But not overpowering. I actually wish it was more walnut. I guess walnut's a pretty mild flavor in comparison with garlic. You know, so many sauces from this period are flavored with a lot of spices.
Well, we're still having more. Can't be that bad.
And vinegar. Most of them you'll actually find are vinegar-based sauces. So this is kind of unique and a nice change. I mean, I guess if you're a peasant, this is the way to go. It's nothing to revolt over, but it's also nothing to write home about. Definitely gonna eat that cheese and bread though, and the ale. So overall, not a bad meal, nothing to write home about. I'm very glad that I'm not a medieval peasant, but it's a good dish, you know. It's hearty and would make for a good after-work meal on a boon day where you've been harvesting all day. Luckily, I'm not harvesting all day, so, you know, that's good.
Just letting you know, if I do ever get my castle, in my castle specifically, there will be a rule that if you are sick, you do get stroganoff in bed. Like everybody else participates to make sure you do get stroganoff in bed. I feel like that Like, that has to be a law of the land. Like, there's a crack Stroganoff response team. Like, literally. I think it's very important. And it will be pineapple. Hail Beelzebub. I'd like to volunteer for driving the tractor. You do like driving the tractors and things. I do know you've done a lot of driving sims. Yay, I'm gonna get my shovel. It's so funny. I swear to God, we'd have all of the jobs covered. That's community for you. Chat, I'm on my 3rd self-help book of my sickness, by the way. And I'm listening to, the one I'm listening to at the moment is on Adlerian psychology, which is, it's interesting. I don't know if you guys know much about Alfred Elder, but he has some interesting opinions on trauma and responses to trauma and the way we act as human beings, I guess, and whether our emotions lead us to act or not. And that you can act in any given way at any given time, no matter your history. And it's really interesting. The book is called The Courage to be Disliked. I also finished Why Has Nobody Told Me This Before? I have that book. I haven't read it though. Yeah, well, I felt like I really needed to. I was having a rough trot with the cup of tea and the water and the wine. You know. Any new knowledge on that one? It's pretty good. It's very that one specifically is like it gives you activities to do. It's very sensible. I'm pretty sure Undead, most of the stuff out of Why Has No One Told Me This Before, I already knew. But this one feels new.
House deposit, so
Num,
Correct.
thank you for the 44 months. This courage to be disliked one feels new. It's reframing it. I don't know if I agree with it all so far, but it is reframing some things for me, like how talk therapy is really bad for some people and some things. Like I do think talk therapy is really fucking bad for people with certain psychological propensities, I guess. Yeah. I can't believe I've lasted 4 hours. We have a treat. Oh, which ones? Well, it's bad for people with like OCD. And did you say you had to go to a loading bay at the post office? I did. Yeah, because I couldn't carry it. He had to pass it do me out the loading bay. Bad news about the 4 hours? Have I not been here 4 hours? Oh. Oops. I don't know. Yeah, talk therapy is really bad for PTSD too. Anyway, you guys can read the book. Once I finish it, I'll give you more. But yeah, it's Adlerian psychology. I don't know how much weight. Again, it's still historical. And I think it's building up to a point, but the way the book is it's a conversation between a youth and the philosopher. And they're debating, kind of. I think I have to go anyway. I don't feel very well. The drugs are wearing off. I'm fading. I'm not interested in the aspects of significance and purpose, no. As I'm an absurdist, really, these days. I don't really think there is significance and purpose. Let the pie heal you? Well, I've got to go fucking cook some tomato sauce. I'm just gonna take the pill, eat the pie, and pass the fuck out. Holy crap, you faded. Or do you want me to show you what I got you before you haul it out the car? There's no point in you hauling it if you hate it. What? What could I hate? Imagine, what do I do if I hate it? Send it back? What? Are you saying you have some saucy business? I sure do. I've got some saucy business. Give it to your mom, sisters, send it back. It's an entire box of tomato sandwiches. I thought it was just 11 kilos of Swedish candy. It's just a 50-pound box of tomato sandwiches. 11 kilos of ketchup. That would come in handy. Is that why you want to tell me what it is? Is it ketchup? Hey, butter chicken. It's a batting cage. Lol. Nope. You're lucky you get to go to sleep. I have to go to work in a little while. Am I? I don't want to go to sleep. I want to live. I want to live. I think I might ask my friend to get my shit tomorrow. I'd be stoked with a fat box of tomatoes. My tomatoes do seem to be going okay. Oh no, Meds wearing off. Okay, I gotta go. I'm so tired. Let me raid someone. Chat, I swear I'll be a good streamer again one day. Today is not that day. But one day. Fighting the good. Look at the tree. Isn't this so happy? Ah, I'll be back before then, hustling, and I'll lug it up. I'll get it inside. I'll get it in. I got this. I just have to be a little stronger, you know? You look happier? I am happy because look at the happy tree. It's so festive. Hi, my poggies. Bye, my poggies. Sorry I'm leaving. I'm still sick. I did sing 2 songs earlier in the stream. If you want to listen to that. No, 3 songs. How many songs did I sing? Did I sing 3 songs? I can't remember. 4, 3, 2, 1. Not sure. Yeah, I had a great tone. Okay, bye everyone. I did good.